All right, everyone, welcome into another NFL DFS video. Got the week 1 stacks here for you, which is one I'm pretty excited for. We know a lot in DFS. I don't want to say you have to do stacks because some weeks are just too many great value options that help your lineup path, but stacks are something that's kind of ensure that if the stack hits that you're going to have a good week. So never a bad exercise to go through, even if you don't want to end up stacking them in either your cash build or your GPP builds. But it's always a good route to go, at least mentally think about throughout the week. So there are 3 main stacks that I'm going to cover here: team stacks, and then I'm also going to touch on a run it back option as well. But going to be starting off here with the Carolina Panthers because, well, I've touched on them a decent amount this week, and I just love the narrative and also the matchup. So we'll get into that right away. So we got the Carolina Panthers, and I'm just going to show you guys on the 9-to-5 page. We're going to go over the lineup tool here. So just going to click on that. Kind of a nice thing there. What we can do is we can sort by game info if we wanted to do that, or we can sort by team. I'm going to sort by team, which is going to be the Carolina Panthers, like I mentioned. So we got that pulled up. Pretty simple here. We can see everyone that's projected to get some sort of work in this game. It's a smaller list. I like to trim it down for the most part. So we'll do that. Scroll down so you guys can see it all. So really what I like here, we'll start off with Christian McCaffrey, Sam Darnold, don't mind Dan Arnold as well, and then DJ Moore. So overall, we can see that this stack is looking pretty good. It has a return of 3.2x on the value total, okay? It's projected to score right around 80 DK points, and your total salary with this stack right now is 23. Okay, that's not bad. We'll take that. The thing with it is, obviously, Sam Darnold in a revenge game going against the Jets, projected to score 21 DK points. That's mostly due to matchup and the fact that, he's somewhat consistent last year, but with the fact that he's going to have better targets and weapons. So we know that Christian McCaffrey gets used a lot out of the backfield. That's why I'm not too worried to stack a running back with a quarterback. I'm perfectly fine with that. Obviously, if we double dip the chip on a touchdown, that's going to be great. But DJ Moore I like as well. I mean, you could easily go Robbie Anderson if you want. They're pretty much projected to score the same amount of points. Robbie Anderson's a little bit more of a big play guy where I kind of see Sam Darnold favoring a little bit more checkdowns. Don't mind it. And then, Dan Arnold, it's more of a matchup thing. He's been the starter in the preseason and in camp. There's been reports saying that, hey, these two have been kind of connecting. Take that for what it's worth. He did play well in the preseason game in the first half. So, we do have that working for us as well. But overall, really not a bad stack. Then you could also add in maybe a run it back option with the New York Jets in this one. So I'll go to the New York Jets, try to find a run it back play with them. Not much that I love. You can kind of maybe make it work. You go Robbie Anderson, obviously, with the Carolina Panthers. Just not too much that I love just yet, but, obviously we can make that work there as a whole. Maybe Corey Davis. I don't know. We got to wait and see kind of what's going on with the Jets receiver situation and running back situation. So kind of a wait and see there. Don't mind Corey Davis as a running back option, though. And then we're going to get into 2 other ones. So the Atlanta Falcons, I really like for stacking purposes. I think that the Eagles are going to struggle. Okay. Preseason said that they're going to struggle. Last year kind of said that they're going to struggle. They didn't have an effective offense and they really sucked on defense. Now I know it's preseason, vanilla offenses or vanilla schemes, vanilla playbooks and whatnot, but still they didn't look good. I mean, it's never an encouraging sign to be the worst team in the preseason after being a not so good team during the regular season last year. That's the worry. And with the Atlanta Falcons, it's pretty easy to stack them. So we can easily go Matt Ryan at 6K. We don't love that, but this is definitely more of a stacking play. You can go Calvin Ridley. Feel pretty good about those two. Return value of 2.8. Good with that with the projection of right around 38 DK points. Now that's going to leave you capped a little bit with what you can do after that. We're going to go Russell Gage. And then you can even go Mike Davis. Honestly, I really like the matchup. So you could even go Mike Davis if you want to go that route. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to favor Calvin Ridley, Matt Ryan, and Russell Gage. I'm not buying into the Kyle Pitts just yet. You go Hayden Hurst. I don't love that, though, especially at the price point. Just keep it simple. Go with the top 3 producers, which is Calvin Ridley, Matt Ryan, and Russell Gage. Russell Gage is at a decent price point there, but you could also run it back stack wise if you want to with the Philadelphia Eagles. There are some pretty good values that I have here. Jalen Reagor, and then you could also sprinkle a little bit of Quez Watkins. Both are going to be projected to do pretty well. Watkins at the min price. He's more of a big play guy, more of a guy that came on during camp, kind of solidified his spot. He's going to be a starting receiver at 3K in a game that could potentially become a shootout because the Falcons aren't perfect on defense. I kind of like that route of maybe possibly running it back with Reagor or Watkins. Pretty solid there. Now we get into the last stack of the week. That's going to be one that I think a lot of people are going to be on. Maybe not. We'll have to see. It's going to be San Francisco 49ers here. Got an unclick of Ridley. All right, let's pull it up. All right, so we're going to start off with Deebo Samuel, Jimmy G, which I think is pretty good. You can go Brandon Ayuk. He's been a little bit banged up. Kind of worried about him as a whole, just being banged up. But, Deebo Samuel really was solid when he played and when he has played throughout the NFL. So, the projection of 3x at a salary of 5.9, that's not bad. Projected to get right around 18 DK points. And that's mostly due to the fact that Jimmy G is expected to have a pretty good week going against the Detroit Lions, who, they weren't that good last year defensively. And I don't think they're going to be that good this year as well. You could also factor in Raheem Mostert there with the stack, which I feel pretty good about. We don't typically want to stack a quarterback and running back, but this is a game where I think it's kind of going to be, get up early with the passing game and then ground and pound your way to a win. And so for me, Deebo Samuel, Raheem Mostert, and Jimmy G, that makes a ton of sense. Really decent, stacking play there. If you want to go Kittle, you could as well, but that's going to be the route that I'm going to go. And then just looking at it, potential run it back plays. There are some interesting ones for me. I kind of just like Quintez Cephas for now, almost the min price. I think he's going to be starting. We kind of got to wait and see. He's on this list right now because he's projected to be starting. And then potentially, if DeAndre Swift is out, you could do Jamal Williams, mostly just due to the fact that he's at a cheap price point. He's going to get used in the passing game. Probably going to have a safe floor of 7 DK points just with his usage in the passing game potentially in a game that's going to be, more pass heavy for the Lions. But that's all I have for you guys for the top stacks of this week. Once again, I'm going to be stacking the Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons, and then the San Francisco 49ers. And I should mention that, I'm perfectly fine with running out the Niners defense, even though they are priced up a little bit. These are all plays in which you can also plug into the 9-to-5 lineup optimizer, which, hey, you know what? Let's just pull that up for you guys real quick. We'll just show you guys that real quick. Give it a second to load. I should have been prepared, I guess, for this. But, what's nice about this is that you can just click here, team stacks, if you want to do that. Do that, sort it by whichever team you want. That's easy to do. You could also do it by position stacks. Easy stuff there. Or you could just do it by player groups, which I'm good with. So, like, if you want to go Jimmy G, boom, plug him in there. We want to go Deebo, plug him in there. Good with that. And then let's just say Mostert as well. Boom, we got them in there, looking pretty good. Move this up for you guys. And let's just say we want them in, at most, or at least, 15% of our builds. We want all 3 of them in 15% of our builds. We'll do that. And then boom, just a quick example of that. Add that in there. And then we could just optimize that, do 20 lineups. And then they're going to be in those lineups, which, pretty good route there for the main slate. That's what I'm going to be doing, especially if I'm going to be max entering GPPs. Right now, Kyler Murray popping up a ton. Not horrible, but that is going to be what it looks like for kind of stacking purposes, and that's something I'm going to be using this week in probably max entering some contests. So good luck this week. If you guys want to join 9-to-5 Nation, you can. Link is in the description below. $10 a month gets you that lineup optimizer, the cheat sheet tool, and then the weekly write-ups as well. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and as always, let's keep cashing.